Hi guys, so in today's tutorial you'll be learning how to cut this beautiful, unique, trendy side slitted kimono. This kimono can be paired with any kind of wear. You use it to enhance your everyday look. If this is something that you're interested to learn, stay tuned and welcome back to my channel. So I'll start by using 2 yards of Ankara, beautiful Ankara fabric. Okay, so if you have a very colorful Ankara fabric, all you need is 2 yards. Fold it into 4 just like I've done, and it will give you approximately 17.5 to 18 inches, and the length will be 45.5. The first thing I'm going to do is to cut off the edge of this Ankara. So I mark my border line, also cutting off the edge. I'm going to mark 3 and come here to mark 3.5. This 3.5 helps the shoulder to relax very well, and it's necessary that you cut it off. Okay, now that you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is, remember, we iron and we notch in this tutorial. So I'm going to trim off little off of this edge so that it can be accurate, because most times when you fold you find out that the edges are rough. So I will trim off this little part just to make it accurate and equal. Now that I've done that, I'm going to come to the base and also trim off that border, the border that comes in Ankara. So I've done that. The next thing I'm going to do is to now cut my neckline. On the neckline, I'm going to mark 3 inches by the width and 2.5 by the length. Okay, so I've done that and I'm going to show you again. 3 inches here and 2.5. That is what I've cut out for my neckline, and this is both the front and the back. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the back from the front. So I will take out 1, which indicates the back, and this is now the front. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark, starting from that point, I'm going to mark 3 inches. Now that I've done indicating 3 inches all the way down, I'll use my straight ruler to trace out the line. While I'm done tracing out the line, I will cut it off. This part is my front part. Now that I'm done cutting out the 3 inches all the way down, I'll also place back the back panel. So this is how it's going to look. Now I'm done cutting our kimono. I'm going to indicate this line as my joining, the line that I'll use to join the shoulder, just 1/2 inch. So for this part I'll be using my bridal satin, and for my bridal satin I'll be using 1 yard of bridal satin, the doll face. So I'll be cutting 2 inches on fold. Okay, what it means is 4. When you fold it, it becomes 2 inches, and that is what I'll be using to work as the edge of my kimono. So I'm going to cut out these 2 inches. Here I've already cut 1, so I'm going to replicate it into 6 parts. I hope you understand. I've cut the first 2 inches and I'm going to replicate it into 6 parts. Alright, and this is what I'm doing here. I'm replicating my 2 inches. So you cut the first 2 inches and then use it to replicate up to 6 times. So the next thing you're going to do is, by it, you take out the 2 of the bridal satin that you've cut. When you join them, this is the 2 bridal satin, so you're going to join it. Okay, when you join it together, by the time you close your shoulder, exactly that place that you close your shoulder, you, from the joining of your bridal satin, that's where you will start. I'm going to show you if you do not understand what I'm saying. So same thing you're going to do from the back center of your kimono. So now that I'm done joining, I will start I'm done joining the shoulder here. My bridal satin, from that joining is also where it's going to start. Okay, same thing with the back. You see, my joining is matching the center back. That's simply what I'm saying. Now for here, I'm just showing you that when you want to iron, make sure that everything is going on one side, and on the tip, that's the base, you weave and then you fold. This is where you now determine the length of your kimono. At the end of the day, this is how it's going to be, and then you iron properly. So on the center back, I'm going to mark a line so that I can use it to close my kimono. By the side of my kimono, which is this side, I'm going to now mark 11 inches. Now this is depending on your preference. If you want it to be bigger than 11, it could be 12, it could also be smaller, it could be 10, but I prefer to use 11. From the center back, I'll place my tape from the center back, which I have marked, okay, and then I'm going to mark closing by 12. I want to close by 12. 12 into 4 gives you 48. So I'm going to mark 5 inches. So from 11, which I marked, to here, I marked 5 inches. I hope this is very understandable. So this is 11, okay? And from that 11, I marked 5 inches. This is how I want it to be, so that my slits, so you could see when you open it, this is how long I want my slits to reach. Now this all comes to your preference. You can want yours to be longer, you want yours to be shorter, you want it's all your preference. And at the end of the day, this is how it's going to come out. Very simple, very unique. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please do well to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. Bye.